Welcome to CEO Insights. I'm Marilyn de Guzman with investingnews.com. I'm speaking with Charles Funk, CEO and President of Heliostar Metals. Hi, Charles.
Nice to having me.
Yeah, good to have you. So let's talk about your flagship Ana Paula project. You've significantly expanded the high-grade gold zones. How do these new results impact your overall mine development plan, and what is your strategy to accelerate the development?
Yeah, so Ana Paula is a spectacular deposit. You know, we can consistently drill 50 to 100 meter intercepts at 5 to 10 grams per ton gold. It's, very few ore bodies in the world you can deliver those kind of intercepts. We're continuing to add ounces. We're continuing to increase the confidence of those ounces. That will go into a feasibility study that we complete mid next year, and we plan to have Ana Paula built by the beginning of 2028. So the drill holes ultimately mean more profitability, demonstrate the potential for a very high margin gold mine.
And at the same time, you have the La Colorada mine, which is a producing mine, but you're also doing some exploration work at the same time. Could you maybe share your overall strategy for that project and how it impacts your overall business goals?
Yeah, we bought Ana Paula mid last year. We closed the transaction in November, and it's surprised us how quickly it's grown. An asset that was on care and maintenance, we've now demonstrated a 6-year mine life. We see a lot of potential. So we've got expansions to the existing pits. We're drilling some pretty solid drill results in areas considered to be waste. We think that's going to materially improve the economics in the expansion FS in the middle of the year. And then ultimately, we think we can go underground at La Colorada. We've drilled deeper holes like 15 at 18, 5 at 10 meters. I think beyond the 6-year mine life that we've already demonstrated, La Colorada can exist beyond that as potentially a high-grade underground gold mine. It's a great little asset. It built El Dorado in the 90s. It built Argonaut in the 2010s, and I think it's going to build a third company over the next decade. A great little project that we're very happy to have.
Right. So with these two assets, so your flagship and the producing La Colorada, how are you sort of allocating capital and resources between these two projects, and while ensuring you continue to create shareholder value?
Yeah, we always said that we'd use the capital, the cash flow that we're generating from La Colorada and San Agustin to grow the business. And so in the quarterly we just put out, we put $9.5 million cash on the balance sheet in about 50 days after the transaction closed last year. And we're deploying that, and we just talked about the expansion of La Colorada and building Ana Paula. So whatever brings production on the quickest is getting our capital at the moment, and we're moving from sort of sustainable production at La Colorada to high quality production when we bring Ana Paula on, and they're the two main uses of our capital today.
You probably get this question a lot. So with the gold, market continuing to, perform really well in the market, how is that impacting your development plans? Is it accelerating, taking advantage of this bull market? Like, what's your take on the current bull market for gold?
Look, we're a pretty aggressive company. For people who've watched us or people who look at our history, we've moved very quickly and decisively over the last couple of years. So I don't think it affects the speed at which we move it. That's part of our DNA. It de-risks that move, in period of time where, right now should have been our highest risk period in the restart of La Colorada, before we have the expansion, before we have the funding for Ana Paula mid next year. This should be our highest risk phase. Instead, we're seeing $500 above budget. We're out producing what we expected in the budget. It de-risks the company materially. And to have this kind of cash, we're adding about $2 million a month to the balance sheet while still advancing our projects. And that's not what you would have expected if the gold price wasn't where it's at today. It's an incredibly strong environment to be building a gold business in.
Yeah, right. Any other upcoming catalysts that you want to talk about?
The third that we think we have coming along line is at San Agustin. We expect to get the permit to restart production in late this year. We think that's going to be a major change in Mexico, is an increasing confidence in the ability to get permits, and we're seeing that firsthand. And we also think the sulfides at San Agustin have a lot of potential. So there's sort of a free lottery ticket for a home run in sometime in late Q2 at San Agustin. All of the resources are open. We can get to 200,000 ounces a year of production in 2028, give or take, with very little dilution. And we have these sort of growth opportunities at all our projects sitting beyond that, where we are in a strong position.
Onwards and upwards. Thanks, Charles, for taking the time to speak with me. And thanks everyone for watching. Join us again next time for another edition of CEO Insight.